Okay. All right. Just gonna wait a few seconds here. This goes online properly. All right, guys, feel free to subscribe. Want to comment, have a question, hit that subscribe button because trust me, you're gonna not want to miss any future video at this point, ever, ever, ever. All right, so all right, sound check. All right, sound check. Yep. Okay, we have sound. Very good. Okay, so all right, here's what's going on right here in the grand scheme of things, guys. So on my chart here, as you can see, I've highlighted some key levels here. I'll explain what those are in a minute. But at the current moment, right here, this line, it's turning out, this is a very important line. Um, Things I look for as far as key levels go, you could Fibonacci this all day, and a lot of people can't see the pattern, but because when you look at the Fibonacci levels in a chart, there's so many lines, and it just seems like, well, the price crosses all the lines. So, you know, it's hard to see a clean reaction off of things. So, a great simple way to go about that is, for the Scion Algo trading in our subscription service that we have, is that we, in our free Facebook group, we also post on average at least once a day, on average. And these are some key levels right here. So our free members and our paid subscribers also get to see at least the key levels being posted throughout the week. And there's a lot of mad respect for some of these lines. However, there are some times when we don't know exactly why it falls down or bounces off when it does. Like, why did it bounce from here? Exactly, Well, there are some other key levels, such as the downward diagonal channels. Uh, there are some, let's see here, the daily open, okay, the price when it opened at, the previous day, the price when the week opened, and the price when the month opened. So it blasted through a lot of trading sideways. Okay, it's been triangulating for a long, long time. Let's go to the day chart here. Okay, let's take a look at the day chart. And you can see that from here. Okay, so let's bring the scale down just a little bit. All right. All right. So as you can see, when you draw a line from the very top here, so what's been going on right here. Come on now. All right. And you also draw line from here that's been going on right here, you know, that's what I'm saying. It's a triangle. It's getting squeezed. And so, you know, it doesn't look like a lot of price movement whenever I scrunch the numbers like this, but there's been a lot of movement today. And that's really not been the case lately. This is a lot of movement in one day from what we've been getting over time. Like over since January 5th, we've had a lot more volatility and a lot of price movement. It was a very, very exciting time. And as the time progressed, it's been very sideways. It'd have a big move, and then it would, for weeks, it would be very sideways. A big move, a very boring top, and again, it's been very consolidating, tricking a lot of people. So what's going on right now? So let's hop back to that. What's going on right now is that throughout the time, okay, I drew some very prominent levels. Okay, these Scion algo wave levels are very prominent here. So what you have going on is that at the levels of 49,000, look off to the right side of my screen here. When I point my thumb, right, my little hand cursor right here at this line, at the levels of 40,828 and 40,962. Okay, there's been a lot of, you know, crossing over that area, a lot of crossing over that area. Nice key bounce right there. Okay, and once it crosses up, you know, what happens later, this level has not been respected very often, except for that one time, is a very key bounce right here where I'm at in the screen here. That was a key confirmation support bounce to go on up from there. Now, lately, when you look at, oh no, my lines are expiring. All right, where are we at? Okay. So I will show you then. Okay. So right here, this is a prominent level, these two lines right here at 42,749 on the daily chart and 42 around 0.95. Okay, 42.7 and 42.07. These were acting as very key resistance lines for a breakthrough. It did break through, and into the next day, it just couldn't confirm that break, and so that was a clearly confirmed rejection, and so it broke down to the downside hard, very, very hard, way down here. And what happened was just several days ago, it's been trying to break that same line again, and it barely did. And then the next day, you know, it made it, it battled it all day, and it finally broke. And then the next day, it just confirmed a rejection of that level. It just could not. And look right here. Let's zoom in. Okay, if you look at the VWAP here, that's the volume. It's basically like a moving average based on volume. Okay, that's basically what that is. But look right there. Okay, follow me very closely here. You see this candle that I'm on? Its wick rejected off of that green squiggly line here, rejected down from there. The next day, it tried to rally, but it rejected down from there. And then the next day after that, it just could not break through. Because of that confirmed rejection after confirmed rejection, we had breakage down to the downside again, where into the next day, it went below our middle VWAP here. There's three of them, okay? And it confirmed support right there. This was a very big clue to me that once we had that confirmed support right here, that is when I just knew that if we could confirm this support right here, you see these two lines that are very close together? This was a key support that me and that I drew, and I show this to Brian here, who in our proprietary algorithm that reads very prominent buy signals and sell signals, we get to kind of know ahead of time with, you know, as we do technical analysis, we always want to know, don't we? All of us want to know, is this going to go up or is this going to go down? Okay, I have a scenario for up and a realistic scenario for down. So which one should I lean toward? And our algorithm does a great job at actually supplying that better than pivot strategies and momentum reversal type indicators. So I knew then, still applying technical analysis, that once in this next day here in the green candle we're seeing right now, I just knew once we saw a confirmed support right here, okay, it was not going to go through that at all. So that's when I knew, okay, this is the day. This is the day it's actually going to pump. Um, and so what you have here is that level, okay? And I drew some other lines here. And I'll go, you know what, and I'll just show you what those lines are as I go from the 1-day chart all the way down to the 1-minute chart. We're going to draw those lines together so you can kind of see what I'm talking about, where those lines get respected, and that way you don't have to take my word for it. So check this out here. So as you can see right here, we are clearly getting a firm rejection so far off of the 43,228. And check this out here. There's a major point of control. I kind of want to zoom out. What's going on here? Bear with me. I want to see what's. Oh, it's that. Oh, it's the trend line that I drew. Okay, that's just a line that I drew. Of course, I drew it that way. Okay, so let's get rid of that trend line. It's distracting me. Okay, no need to have confirmation bias. That's not warranted here. Okay, so now there are some key levels before I go down the charts here to look at. Obviously, we can't just say, all right, guys, look for 46,000 next. Well, no, it takes a long time to get these big moves, a very, very long time. So what can we expect? Because it's going to be going up and then retracing down. It could dump again. Um, but what we do have is that in these very closely together double lines, it's been battling to maintain support. And so far, it's done a very good job. On those double lines right there, this is a very, sure, the battle for the green squiggly line here, this VWAP, okay, this volumized moving average, yeah, it got rejected there. But look what happened here. Whenever the lower VWAP finally maintained a support level for it, it blasted through the middle one, okay, fought through some levels here, and then it settled down. What I want you to look at is mainly is the body of the candle. The wicks are relevant, but also where the candles have a body, the top and the bottom, the open and the close. That is very relevant too. Take a look at this red candle's lower body here. It is sitting right above this double horizontal line here of the blue as support. The next day, look, guess what? Sure, it fell through, but it got to open above that support. That is crucial. It closed at that support, obviously, and it opened at that support, above that support level. And it tried to, flirt with having a dumpage here. And I don't remember intraday, but we could always look. If you wanted to, you could look on Trading View for free and see if it went up first and then got punished by going down and then settled back up again. But look here. So it finally, it did. It went straight up and then it got rejected off the VWAP right there, that VWAP. And then the next day, okay, look where this red candle now wicks down. It wicks down and boom, it doesn't even wick past that support anymore. So that support, when it grows, at first it will wick through, okay, and then it'll wick through. And then look, this bottom point of control here pushed it back up. Okay, so that's a first sign of some new regained bullish behavior strength. And so what's going to happen here is it closed above that support. A couple days later, when it gets rejected for the third time off of that top VWAP here, now the wick doesn't even go below that support. But guess what? Shucks, the next day, oh, it does wick through. Okay, but almost as like revenge for even going below the bottom point of control, blue squiggly line here, what happens is I look at it as like there's like punishment. If it gets too low, it'll get punished by confirming support with strength. And so sure enough, it confirmed strength here at this double line, and it just launched itself. And it launched past the green VWAP. It launched past all these lines I drew. It even broke above the monthly open. So either this thing is just going to really go for it, up to the very, very top point of control here, which that would be a 44,000.9. I've been wanting to see 45.7 for a while, for weeks now. It's obviously it's going to happen. I know that for a fact, but it always is a question of when. We have some major diagonal trend lines to break here. Okay, so obviously right now this 44.8 and 9 is going to be a prominent key level just in the diagonal trend line itself anyway. And then up here is our yearly open, which we opened the year at 46,222-ish. Okay, so that's a pretty key thing right there. But now let's go and look at the key levels that we should be looking at as this settles down. So let's pretend we have a scenario where it's going to reject and we have a very, very, very good short position. That's one thing I like to do. I like to have one account where I'm swing trading, where, for example, I am holding a short from here, and then one account where I'm actually ideally holding a long or a buy from about right here. Okay, 34,000. I remember that, 34.3. And this will be better back here in the 33s. So it's good to have one account longing. This is how you hedge against yourself, where you have trailing stop losses. Okay, because it's harder to really scalp the smaller moves in the day because we know what happens, right? You try to scalp, you fall in love with that trade. Ooh, it's already at 1.5% times my 10x leverage. Oh man, this is great. So whenever you get that gain, it really would be nice if you moved, your entry, sorry, your stop loss up to where that profit is with room, okay? Or just take profits, just call it a day, because every single day there are multiple moves a day, except for the past several weeks, if not even 2 months, where it really was tough to range and then mini range. There were some days where it really, you either could only use zero leverage or huge leverage to get any profit off of the very prominent but very small mini ranges that were occurring. We're talking like 0.5% ranges. If you're a trader, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So right here at this monthly level, it's still not blasting past. It's still at 43,025, at least on Bitstamp. I don't know. I use Bitstamp. I could change this to Binance because considering that has a very, huge volume worldwide. But I hope to get somebody commenting and being like, "What is it? That guy doesn't know anything. If he knew anything, he'd use Binance." Yeah, I just happen to have this on Bitstamp, and okay, at 43,332. So if we were to do that, mark out a line at 43,332. Okay, you could set an alert for that. You could create an order if there's one attached. Draw a horizontal line right there. Okay, and so that is our current high this week. Okay, so that's definitely something to keep on your chart. Something that you could set your phone on, trading view on your phone. Set an alert there. Okay, have it, to let you know when it's broken through, if it breaks through. But what I'm kind of wanting to look at though is to confirm my major levels. Okay, so what are the major levels? What should I look for? And I want to just kind of zoom in a little bit this way. I should probably use a mouse on this laptop, huh? That's a Fibonacci. All right, so this is my Scion algo wave level. Okay, let's draw a line here. And then this one, 42,107. This is something that we should look at to retrace to. All right, so we should draw it as gold. Yep. Draw this line as gold. Okay, so on the daily level here, we should expect, if it's going to be a good short position, there could be a very prominent supportive bounce here at 42,768. Okay, that's a very big area of interest for me right now. If it falls through that, and I expect that this could really get punished on down through the levels, but it could really, that's why I call it the Scion Algo wave, the wave levels. Okay, so here at $42,107, this could be a really huge bounce point to go on up further. It could. But these also could be areas of consolidation where be very cautious. Okay, not everything is up and down. Everything can really just be, there's a big move, it retraces, and then it consolidates sideways under key levels of resistance. Okay, so that is a major thing. At least to look out for right there. What's going on there? Where's my video? Okay, good. So now, if it just punishes down and goes down to certain levels, should we look at returning to the level of 40,952? Well, if we did, that would be basically, what, $2,000 of a move? I mean, we saw it today in one day, but it's going to take all day or more or less. So let's go to the 4-hour chart and take a look at what the major Scion algo wave levels are for this. Okay, just to double check here. Whoops, daisies. They're down here. Okay. Still on the 4-hour chart. Okay. My major level to look at right here at 38,199. Okay. On the 4-hour chart. Okay. Now let me prove it to you. This was a major level of respect. As you can see right back here, boom. Okay. It got major respective support specifically right there. Okay. It fell through those two lines and then it specifically closed. Okay, that means it was closing at that top golden line down there. Okay, at 38,163 back here on March 14th. And so what happened was it opened into the next day and then finally began its launch upward. Okay, and then back here further, look at this. Look at the mad respect. It's like flies on crap over here. Absolutely crazy. Flies on crap going on. And we have the wick. The wick. It's fallen through. It's trying to rally upwards. It's battling in between all day, and then it battles all day the next day. Falls through, comes up, and it finds support specifically to the dollar on this bottom algo wave level right here. The next day it closes, it rallies, and then it totally tanks again, but it goes down specifically wicking at the bottom exactly to the dollar on the bottom level here. So this is a major time of, yes, what will Bitcoin do? But this, in my first live with us as a company, I want to show you that our Scion algo wave levels are being respected to a T. Okay, major support bounce right there, major battle right here for days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days of a battle specifically at this level. Over here, 1, 2, 3. It's magnetized, So I'll count those days: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 magnetized until finally, now, as you can see, it's battling to stay bullish over it, and it waves the Scion algo wave right there, okay? And it's the battle for the bull clearly won out in this instance right there. Boom. So that is a prominent level I'll be looking towards once this thing starts to fall down again. Okay, so I'm going to mark this off right here. You're going to watch me do it. Okay, and you're going to see these levels on my next screenshots. Okay, look for my YouTube shorts. Okay, here. All right, and we're going to make these obnoxiously gold color. Okay, yes, that one. And then this one really fast. Okay, gold. Now it's rejecting off of that monthly level. It is rejecting. Ooh, boom. Those are my levels that I just marked off. Okay, 38,181 and 38,020. But now, sports fans, you guys aren't sports fans, are you? Maybe a little bit. Could be. Okay, look at the respect off of my Scion Algo wave levels here. Look at the respect here. Let's prove it. So these are statistical probability minefields? No, gold mines, if anything. Look at the support on the 1 hour wave level. Boom, bounce, bouncing. Make it retest. And that if that's such a good level to trade at, it will retrace back to it. Always be patient. You're never going to miss a good trade. There are some times, yes, where it's just like it's exploding, but there are signs, okay? Look, okay, from the 21st of March going into the 22nd here, it exploded, right? And look at how many hours of signs there were along the way, okay? So, yeah, you might think, oh no, this hour, I just missed it completely. Oh my gosh. Ah, I better FOMO into it. Well, yeah, guess what? If you're a conservative trader, you might think right here is the time to go long because it specifically broke out above this line right here, okay, at 41,731. That was a very key level that I was looking for, specifically marked out on my chart right here. Because look, that's where it started to tank from long ago. But look at this. Don't hold your shorts for too long. Take profits, especially at the Scion algo levels. Okay? Even if it's going to tank further, take your profit. At these key bounce levels, sure, you could go long from here as long as you had a good stop loss beneath the algo wave, okay? Take those risks that are very thin, okay? Because big wins compared to small losses, yeah, this is absolutely fine. All right, so then look at that. And then it bounced. It retested as a swing failure pattern locally right here. Okay, so when I knew when it was coming back up, I was like, it's not going to break through. It's not going to break through. I just knew it. It was absolutely not going to break through. So I reshorted. Okay, anybody should reshort right there. That would have been aggressive, but the confirmation happened. Like you get long when it's testing a level for the first time in a while. It's going to spend some time there. Look how much time it spent here at this level. Okay, it gives you time. Okay, you don't have to FOMO. You don't have to worry that, oh no, I shorted from here and it's going back. No, no. There's a downward diagonal trend line here that's pretty clearly something to test. So before you enter a trade, just look at screenshot, draw some lines, give yourself something to analyze, or you can just, check out our charts, check out our free group.